In last week's episode, Francis Scudder, an MI5 agent, asked Captain Haines to courier a vitally important package to London. Captain Haines was on the point of refusing when Miss Scudder mentioned...
Roswell, New Mexico.
To be more precise, Area 51.
You're talking about little green men.
No, well, not exactly.
Miss Scudder, I'm in no mood to discuss alien invasion conspiracy theories.
Please, let me explain. As I said, it is a matter of national security.
And you've got 3 minutes left.
You remember that around the middle of 1947, there were reports that a UFO had crashed in Area 51, New Mexico.
The American military denied it. Said it was a prototype weather balloon that had got off course.
Naturally, if the government had announced that aliens had landed there, there would have been mass panic.
Are you saying that a UFO did crash land in America?
A week or so before the news leaked out, we had picked up an unusual trace on the long-range chain-home radar on Shetland Island.
Were those stations demolished after the war?
We thought it wise to keep some operational. The thing is, the trace was only on the screen for 3 seconds, but we calculated that whatever it was, its speed and trajectory meant it would have landed or crashed somewhere in the New Mexico desert.
It could have been an off-course plane, a large meteorite. What made you think it was a flying saucer?
Our people couldn't identify its radar signature, and its speed was phenomenal, estimated in the excess of Mach 3.
But surely it would have been spotted or heard before it crashed. It wouldn't have just fallen straight out of the sky.
There were a number of people claiming to have seen it. Of course, the Americans eventually managed to hush it all up. Anyone who claimed to have seen a UFO were branded as cranks. Some of them, the more persistent ones, were, disappeared.
But what does all this have to do with me?
The flight path was almost entirely over water. The only bit of land it passed over before the east coast of America was the Shetland Islands. The boffins at the MOD thought that it might be worth investigating. After all, if an alien craft had crashed, it may have been breaking up as it came down. Bits might have fallen off. We had a number of teams carrying out surveys under the cover of archaeological digs in the Shetland Islands for the past 6 years.
And you found something?
Yes. Here.
Well, it looks like the chapter ring from an old type of clock.
That's what I thought when I first saw it, but the markings are unlike anything I've ever come across.
What metal is it made from?
No idea. As you can feel, it's remarkably light for the gauge of material.
Indeed.
I found it under a couple of feet of rubble, and as you can see, there is no sign of damage, not a single scratch, and no trace of rust.
But there is nothing to suggest that it is anything but a chapter ring. Admittedly, the figures are unusual.
Try to fold it, Captain.
Amazing.
It doesn't matter how hard you try to bend it, it always returns to its shape. It's almost as though it has a memory of what it should be. You can understand why the Americans wouldn't want anyone knowing what they'd got.
Any plane, boat, or weapon made with this material would be practically indestructible.
Which is why it has got to be taken to London as soon as possible. We don't want the Americans to have this technology all to themselves. And you know how reluctant they are to share information.
I don't see how I... Surely, it would be safer to have it taken to London under military escort.
The police and the army are tied up with security measures for the coronation. The people who don't want us to have this will be following me. They don't know you. All I'm asking is that you take this to the Admiralty. Someone from the MOD will collect it from there.
You're asking a lot, Miss Scudder. I have no experience of this sort of thing.
Please, Captain Haines. I don't know how long it will take them to catch up with me. There isn't much time.
All right. I will take it for you.
Thank you. I'll leave you now. Give me 10 minutes before you go down to dinner. Best if you keep your attaché case with you at all times from now on.
Who is it?
Your taxi's waiting for you, sir. Shall I take your bags down?
I thought you weren't leaving till later.
There must be some mistake. I'm not leaving till 10.
There's no mistake, sir.
Quick, behind the door. One moment. I don't.
Where is it?
Get your hands off me!